Set 271.
What are you doing? You're not actually going into an asteroid field.
They'd be crazy to follow us, wouldn't they?
Once again, the Millennium Falcon is pursued by the evil Imperial fleet in The Empire Strikes Back, the second installment of the restored Star Wars trilogy, and one of 5 movies we'll be reviewing this week on Siskel and Ebert. I'm Gene Siskel of the Chicago Tribune.
And I'm Roger Ebert of the Chicago Sun-Times. Our first movie this week is The Empire Strikes Back, and this is the best of the 3 Star Wars films, the most mysterious, the most somber, the one where the story takes a dip from cheerful space opera down into the depths of its buried mythology. The look of the movie is richer than in the first film, maybe, or probably obviously, because this time they were making the sequel to the biggest box office hit of all time, and so they didn't have to worry as much about the cost of the special effects. Look at the famous presence of these elephant-like Imperial walkers, which are surely the most impractical weapons of war ever created.
Cable out. Let her go. Detach cable. Cable detached.
And look here at the Cloud City where Han Solo brings Princess Leia and the others for safety, he hopes. The look of the city has been enlarged upon and enhanced for this reissue. And here Billy D. Williams as Lando greets the rebel fighters.
How you doing, you old pirate? So good to see you. I never thought I'd get to see you again.
Well, he seems very friendly.
Yes. Very friendly.
Of course, that was Harrison Ford as Han Solo and Carrie Fisher as the princess. The heart of this movie takes place on a forest planet where Luke Skywalker, played by Mark Hamill, is taught in the ways of the Jedi by a little creature named Yoda.
You must unlearn what you have learned.
All right, I'll give it a try.
No, try not. Do or do not. There is no try.
More so than in the first movie, Empire is dominated by the towering, chilling presence of Darth Vader.
You are beaten. It is useless to resist. Don't let yourself be destroyed as Obi-Wan did.
If Empire reveals a weakness this time around, it's in the character of Chewbacca, whose mournful howls get a little tiresome after a while.
The princess, you have to take care of her. You hear me? Huh?
There's no doubt about it, The Empire Strikes Back is one of the great visual achievements in the history of special effects and of the cinema. And not because of the skill of the special effects, because skill can be bought and paid for in Hollywood, but because of the imagination behind them. You can blow things up all day long in today's Hollywood and never give it a moment's thought, but to create these worlds in this film with their amazing creatures and their awe-inspiring sights, that takes a certain genius. And The Empire Strikes Back is rich and generous with its imagination.
Well, Roger, let's credit the director of this film, Irvin Kershner, who was an inspired choice. There was nothing, I don't think, in his career that would lead anyone to believe that he could have made a action picture. He had made a film, I think, called Loving before that. So that was, I don't know where Lucas came up with that. And then, yes, it is the best of them because it's a challenge to create the second part of the puzzle here and the guts to make it an ending that doesn't wrap up everything completely.
Yes, right, yeah.
Wow, is that exciting? Could that be done today with the mentality out in Hollywood? I don't even know if Lucas could get it by
the way
nowadays.
this series is grossing at the box office, maybe somebody will be inspired to make more movies like this, and of course Lucas is going to make 3 more. But you know, I spoke about Yoda. How did they do that with an artificial creature? It's not just that he moves and talks and has eyes that open and close. It's that the face mirrors every emotion you could ask for from a human actor.
Well, I suppose it's the story situation that we understand it. That it's clear, it's been set up clearly enough. And again, the eyes, literally, the technological work done on the eyes makes Muppets and every other creature in the movies work.